So I wanted to start off with the video just by going through the workout that I mentioned in the caption, and yeah, we'll start there. So we're starting out just with some hamstring movements, and I'm starting off lying because this is a great way to shorten the hamstrings. It loads the hamstrings in the shortened length or shortened end range. So if we're looking at about right here, this is where we see the hamstring taking the most load from the load being applied force-wise to the machine. And this is just the first pattern to get my hamstrings firing. My posterior chain is an odd one to train, just as I can't do hip hinging really right now, a lot of hip extension. It usually just flares up my sciatic nerve, unfortunately. And yeah, this is kind of what I've got going on. And then so we move on to a seated hamstring curl. So this is where I kind of make up for the lack of ability to RDL or deadlift. And deadlifting would be great for posterior development with erectors and glutes and hams, and some force being applied through your traps just from holding it. It's a great pattern. Deadlifting is in general. RDL is more specific to hamstrings, but I don't direct force through my glutes very well. So I am leaning forward here on the seated ham curl. Normally I would instruct people to lean back because the goal here is to shorten the hamstrings. And when we lean forward, if you notice, if you lay your legs out straight and then you lean forward, your hamstrings feel really tight because you're stretching them out. And so I'm trying to train hamstrings in a lengthened range, which is what an RDL would do. And this is a safe way for me to do it right now while I learn to transfer force through my glutes and not through my lower back. Every time I do a deadlift, I feel it directly in my lower back. And then now we're moving on to the leg press. This was the pattern I was most concerned with, just kind of going into this workout. I wasn't sure how it would feel. And so we're looking at my feet position, and I'm trying to, this is going to be for my first quad movement, and I'm trying to direct as much force through my quads as I can. That's why I've kind of got a lower stance on the platform, just a little feet flare. This is the position that works best for me, and I'm actually about, I want to say a few inches off the bottom of the seat. This just also allows my hips to get the best range of motion, and I wasn't sure how this one was going to feel on my incision, and it actually felt great. I didn't have any issues with it. I wasn't straddling anything, which I technically, I can't do that for any, I can't like ride bikes or ride a motorcycle or a horse, and not that I really did those things anyway, but I was just concerned with how that stretch would feel. It's the first time I've loaded a stretch like that at all. I remember trying a bodyweight squat, it didn't feel too great before this, and so I was just nervous, but it turned out really well, and my legs are absolutely destroyed from this workout. And my quads especially feel very good in the best way from these. And so moving forward, we are on to leg extensions. So just a couple of sets here, just driving tension and just trying to get more blood flow into the quads. Obviously these aren't the highest output for quads. They train the shortened range. So the leg press would train the lengthened range. As you come down, the weight is heaviest when I'm down here, and my knee is most flexed. My hips are also flexed, and that's where I'll stretch the quads the best. Obviously, like a stretch quad, you want to be hip, well, right here. So think about this. This would be a good example of a shortened quad. Reason being, that's why I also lean forward in a leg extension. I can't get this rep up right now, but I'm leaning forward to shorten the quads a little more. So again, if you like lay back, say you pulled your foot behind you, you're gonna feel your quad stretch. So I'm coming forward to shorten it, and I'm also raising my legs and extending my knees to shorten it. So flexing would shorten the muscle or lengthen the muscle, which the leg press does, and then extending it would shorten it. So this is the best position for shortening your quads. It's the machine that shortens them the best, and that's where that's why it's here. Just trying to drive more blood flow and metabolites through my quads and just get a pump. It felt good to be able to train to failure. And so this is also the extent to which I can do hip extension right now. The 45-degree back extension, I can do more weight. I think I'm holding like a 30 or 35 right there, but Normally I can go 50, 60 pounds. I just wanted to play it safe going back into this for the first time. And same thing with the leg press. And most movements I could do a little more. Just wanted to ease back into it a little bit. I still kind of went hard. I'm feeling the after effects of going hard, but it was worth it. It was worth it for me. And these felt really good. And so my goal here is to just train the lower back and the hip extension, the function of it. When I first started doing these movements, I couldn't go down. I could probably make it about, here, I'll just bring it back just a tad. I could probably make it about right here before I would, my lower back would start to arch forward. And so now this has just been a progression over the past 7 months of getting to this point where I can complete a full range of motion. I was going a little fast, just it was later in the workout. I'm getting a little tired. I need to focus a little better. And now we're moving on to calves. And so there's a couple great ways to train calves. So I would say this emulates a standing position just because of my legs, my knees being extended. And we want to train calves in a range that is both lengthened and shortened, or knee flexed and knee extended, as it kind of just, we have the soleus and the gastroc, which attaches to the knee. And when we're doing this standing, we kind of disengage or when we do it seated, we disengage the gastroc, and here we can kind of engage it. So we're training your calf here. We want to train this half, and standing allows us to do it both. So this position, and seated will kind of take out that tension. If you do a seated calf raise, you'll notice that the top part of your calf really isn't doing anything until you stand. And so that's the purpose of doing that there. And so my other calf day, I'll do a seated one. And so here, this is just finishing up with some core, and I don't do planks or anything like that. And reason being, I'm trying to put my core through my abdomen through a contractile range of motion. Opening up here, flexing and extending at the thoracic spine allows a stretch right there. As I drive through, I'm shortening the abdomen, and just there's a lot of tension there, and this is a great pattern. I would also suggest training the hip flexion portion of abs, so that might be like a lying leg raise, or have your feet under a dumbbell or a bench and crunch up with thoracic flexion. But yeah, I'm training both ends of the spectrum. Same thing with the calves as well. We're training one spectrum of it on one day, standing and seated on the other. And so this day I'll do the machine, where I'm doing more of not lumbar, but upper back, thoracic extension and flexion. And then on the other day, I will do more hip flexion based core work. And I believe that is the entirety of the workout, and I will see you all in the next clip. So I hope you all enjoyed the walkthrough of the workout. And if you all have any questions, just please leave a comment and reach out, and I will get back to you. If anything didn't make sense, or just anything I didn't cover that maybe you have a question on, please feel free to reach out and comment, and also like and subscribe if you can. And let me know if this is some kind of content that you all want, if you all want more walkthroughs and want more explanations as to my process as a coach, like why I would do this for myself, why I would do certain movements and patterns for clients and that kind of thing, and maybe just a little more in-depth of my job and what a day-to-day looks like. I just wanted to record this because today is February 11th, and it is my birthday. It is my 23rd birthday, and it's interesting because I don't know if you all are experiencing this everywhere else, but this is what's going on. It's pure ice outside, and it's quite unfortunate for a birthday. You can't really go anywhere. I'm thawing out some venison that my dad gave me last year just because I'm fresh out of groceries and chicken. And so we're just chilling inside, and we've just been practicing some guitar and just gonna do some homework, maybe watch a movie. But you know, I'm just thankful for another year here, and I'm just curious to see what comes. This is my first week post catheter, and it's been amazing. I pee normally now. It's not something I'm used to at all, and it's that my stream is powerful, and I just feel like a kid again with how fascinated I am, just doing something as simple as peeing. But with that, I've been able to get back to trainings you all saw just before this and really try and get back after my goals. And it's crazy to be on the other side of recovery. I still have some discomfort and pain with the incision itself, but I don't have a bag or a tube attached to my leg anymore. And it's something I'm so thankful for, and the experience of it is unique, and it's unique to me, and it's a story I can tell. But on the other side of this, with today and yesterday, I felt kind of just frustrated and a little anxious. I just felt really behind and overwhelmed by just so much. And there's a part on this stuff on guitar that I'm not quite getting down. It's getting frustrating. There's work I need to catch up on. There's the YouTube, I wasn't sure what to do. I was trying to figure out how to do a screen recording and have my face at the same time. And just a handful of other things, and I just felt really behind. It's just caused me a lot of frustration. But I don't want to be that, and it can be easy to be discouraged, thinking like I can't do it anymore. I'm just not going to be good at this, and putting out content and just feeling overwhelmed. But as I'm saying this, and I just haven't really had an outlet, I guess, to talk about it, I'm starting to feel just more uplifted and understanding of what can come with just diligence and work. I don't know where I'll be at this stage next year. This is my 23rd birthday, and this point next year I'll be 24. I don't know what my life will look like. I just know that I'm gonna be better next year than I am right now. I'm gonna be further along next year than I am right now. I don't know in what exactly, and what that looks like, or what vocation. I don't know, but I know I'm just gonna be better than I am today. And that just takes work and diligence. And my last video got 8 views compared to the previous ones that were upwards of 40, and it was just like, it's okay. Things aren't always going up, growth isn't always linear. It's just that we keep moving, and it's good to say that now that I have a space to say it, and it's actually just talking to a camera, not actually to a person. And being at home all day can just create space to be in your head and not have anywhere to go with thoughts, and just a lot of discouragement. It's easy to, I'm on the borderline of work. My desk is right here, and then my bed is right next to me as well. And there's two sides of like diligence and perseverance and persistence over defeat and laziness and avoidance of what I know I can be. And so this video, I just also want to act as a statement of I will be further next year than I am right now in all areas, and I fully believe that. But I hope you all enjoyed the video. That's what I've got for my birthday spiel and my post-recovery updates. Again, if you'll have any questions about the workout, post-op, or anything at all, drop them below. Subscribe and like this video if you can, and I will see you all in the next one.